certified air traffic controllers at the end of a grueling, years-long process. That is a 5% success rate. It's like Squid Game if the price of Squid Game was to just keep doing Squid Game as a job. Now, once certified, controllers are typically well paid and guaranteed a pension after working at least 20
I mean, I totally get why last week Tonight's covering air traffic control. It's one of the many things in America that's falling apart hard right now. Why is the tradesman invisible? Is there a danger nearby I'm unaware of?
likely to occur. But the majority of controllers retire before they even reach that age, which does make sense. You've already seen this is an incredibly difficult job. It's certainly way harder than a desk job, which is still managing to age me like a banana under a heat lamp. So it could be surprising that controller shortages have continued to get worse even now. More attention has been paid to the problem. Last year, despite years of ramped up hiring efforts, they managed to net just 36 new controllers citywide, and those efforts were effectively negated by attrition, management retirement, and other losses. Look, if it were just short staffing, that would be bad enough. Controllers could also be forced to deal with antiquated facilities and systems. Remember that old movie about how they kept track of things on paper strips? Guess how most towers still do it today. For all the radar and computers they have, the most essential tool for managing individual aircraft is this: a plastic strip. There's times when you have 50 of those strips. And that's a way for us to keep them organized. And it's a memory aid for us, so we use those all the time. Yeah, they use the same technology they had in the 50s. And this isn't some charmingly nostalgic thing like blacksmithing or magazine journalism. This is fucking aviation. And look, old-fashioned technology can be fine, so long as it works. But the FAA itself has found that a lot of its systems are reaching a breaking point. In 2023, it determined that out of its 138 systems, 61 were unsustainable and 54 were potentially unsustainable. The head of the Air Traffic Controllers Union even said this month, "We have computers, I kid you not, that are based on Windows 95. And here is
Wow.
explaining the situation.
The air traffic controllers have computers based on Windows 95. For the record, y'all, that's one I could do something with. That's not okay. That's outdated AF. I haven't booted a computer on 95 in a century.
a motory ban, which really puts the fan back in the phrase, the shit is hitting, sir. And frustratingly, Congress pledged to fix these problems nearly 2 decades. Traffic controllers raised similar issues like blinding compensation at a tower in Puerto Rico, black mold in Detroit, and a tower in St. Louis dealing with the challenge of that. Which I say, nope, not at all. The only powerful effect I ever want to hear about is Curtin, Florida's actual back tower, that was built in 1929 in an effort to quell the out-of-control mosquito population there. The idea being that as powerful as that would probably eat some of the mosquitoes. It didn't work, by the way, and I'll leave it at that. I actually won, because you should know that the major problem was there weren't any bats in Curtin, Florida, so to attract them, they decided to build the tower with bat bait. So just that guano plus the ground-up sex organs of female bats, and according to building construction supervisor, it smelled like nothing else on earth. But now, sadly, we really do have to move on. Because you also need to know that it's unclear exactly what happened next. Some say the bats just came and immediately left, while others say no bats came at all. But either way, Curtin, Florida, is now full of bats in the pussy bush until they start filling it with that. Because the guys started making it and they just died, and they didn't know how to do it themselves, which feels weird because the recipe seems pretty simple to me. The point is, not only should we be talking about that more, it is the only thing anyone should be talking about ever. But back in 2007, George W. Bush unveiled something called the Next Generation Air Transportation System, or NEXT. It was supposed to modernize air traffic control by 2025, which is, and this is true, now. So obviously, that didn't happen. In fact, a report 2 years ago found the FAA's budget for new technology had actually shrunk since NEXT-Gen was initially announced. And a lot of
And now I have a cat playing with my headphones, so if something happens, blame Navi. The only reason I know it's Navi, I hear the baby purring. But all things considered, we're doing alright, I think, y'all. At least we, physically, personally are, okay? And I'm trying to do these streams better, less dramatically, trying to make it a happy-go-lucky time for everybody, you know? It's just kind of difficult sometimes. Also, I didn't end up, I believe, in the Leeds Potato, which is sad. I wish we lived in a time that I could show y'all some of the freaky pictures of how my feet looked when I got in yesterday. But because, you know, internet is internet and people are weird, apparently YouTube won't let me put my feet on. Oh, yeah, that's a missing there. YouTube won't let me put my feet on here. I don't get it, y'all. I'm following the rules as best as I can understand them, you know? I might skirt them sometimes, but I'm trying my best to not outright break them. I don't know what I was... Oh, yeah, I was going to do some harvesting right quick and plant some more.
formatting or radio failure, or the elevator in your 40-year-old tower is out of service and you have to climb 15 flights of stairs, which are full of bees for some reason. Full of bees.
We have to stay 3 steps ahead, and then have 9 backup plans to cover those 3 steps. And then have 9 more plans that cover the guy next to you who retired and they never replaced. They are not going to. Every day they say, we're getting someone, we're going to, and they're not going to.
Despite a lack of investment, decaying infrastructure, and Ronald Reagan, air travel is still the safest way to move around.
My father was an air traffic controller, and I feel a real connection with him here at this job, especially because this is the exact same computer he used. I had to retire because the doctor said he had more ulcer than stomach. So what are you gonna do?
Engineer, we're going to keep it square. I still don't know what it's for. I was there in 1 for a week. Maybe when it's happened to us. No, nobody.
At the FAA, we're looking for young, enthusiastic people who know how to solve problems.
It's a challenging job, for sure, but with things going, sorry, the power goes out whenever anyone flushes the toilet. No, there you go. So as I was saying, you know, what's important is that we're valued, and... Hey, 1 flush! We talked about this!
Look, would you want to come here, air traffic control me while I'm on a toilet? You want to guide me through it?
No, I don't!
That's what I thought. Oh shit! The bladder's back! The bladder's back! There's a bladder here! Ah!
Susan, the backpack! Grab the broom! I gotta go help. God damn it.
Our brave controllers can handle anything we throw,
Fucking turn around!
which is good, because that means we can just keep doing that forever.
It's a lot like a video game, except we can never hit pause. There are no extra lives, and instead of NPCs, you and your loved ones have the focus made up souls.
Ever give up? No.
You can be an air traffic controller too. All you need to qualify is 20/20 vision, perfect health, and be up to date on your reading shelf. You know the drill all with that.
I mean, I'll say it's 95% boring and routine, and 3% exciting and routine, and 2% holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Hey, 5269! That's not your runway! Get out of here!
So next time you fly, make sure to say thanks to air traffic controllers, the guardians of the air.
Hey, what are you guys doing? No one else is up here! I'm jumping on myself! I'm fucking for life! Stop off and you come out me!
Come on, it's fine. Everybody's getting down.
So, the world's on fire, and that's kind of horrifying, but isn't the tower starting to look nice? I mean, pretty bitchin' tower. Yep. Pretty nice farm field. The world's on fire, but in here it's not. Ah, the toenail just came off. I think I should just pull it off rather than flexing it back and forth, because it hurts, which tells me that it's still attached. But that's all it's doing right now is hurting. And because my brain noticed it, now I just want to either take it off so it stops hurting and hurts permanently for a minute until it grows back, if it does. Or, you know, I think I've lost the toenail, y'all. I think this is a losing battle. And I just haven't turned on the light yet, because it's...
That is pretty hostile, though I actually agree that ABC should be embarrassed. Just not for that entirely legitimate question, but for the fact that as of taping, they still haven't renewed Dr. Odyssey for season 2. What the fuck are you doing, ABC? It's sexy ER on a boat. It's a pitch with sharks. It's got... And I'm not even going to try to be their guy on this. Exec energy.
And honestly, once y'all get tired of Minecraft, as this is one of my more popular video feeds, I do have the forest. And I'm pretty sure I can get the 7 Days to Die, the very low grade as far as graphics go zombie game. Honestly, I don't mind it as far as the gameplay is concerned. It's pretty easy to sync up to, and it's basically this, but with more accurate zombies and a lot more gauges to watch, and I guess more accurate survival stuff. I mean, in the sense that I can't just do this, I would actually have to reinforce the wall kind of thing. But, I mean, I could get it. I've got the forest currently we could go to. I just need to figure out a way to turn off the nudity side of it, because titties. I mean, they're nude, but they're not nude. I haven't seen a pecker or a Vajuju yet, but I have seen lots of titties. Titties of varieties of kinds on that game. Typically 2 varieties. Big titties, normal titties. Big nipples, normal nipples. That's all I've seen on that game as far as tits and like nudity goes. But at the same time, YouTube and Twitch are weird, so I don't want to like, and I'm not on Twitch yet, I'm still working on that. But I don't want to like break the rules, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be good. Trying to be the good boy. But I wouldn't mind trying out other survival style games like this. Terraria, I think, is another one by the same people. I wouldn't mind trying that out. The only reason I don't do Roblox is I see that as much more of a kid-based game and not a kid. And I realize that's probably, you know, rings hollow coming from someone streaming Minecraft right now. But I grew up in Minecraft. That's a stretch. I played Minecraft a lot in Job Corps when it first came out with my friends. So it's like I connected to it through that. And then from there I've just kept up with the expansions where I can. I feel like I got Patty, one of my exes, that's a dear friend now, into it. And, you know, I enjoy the game. It's very fun and creative, and like right now I've just been in my one little nook building things up. But there's a whole ass world out there. I just don't want to risk dying yet. So I'm still working on, ooh, see, don't want to die, almost died in the process of not wanting to die. Because I do believe if I fell out of this tower now, I would definitely die, right? Oh, goody. It decided to jump over to another Last Week Tonight that I've already seen part of, but it's one of those I hadn't heard how much Bezos was licking Trump's feet. I'm not knocking Melania, because I don't know her, but it's like, who gives a shit? I mean, they are spending more money on the Melania Trump documentary than any other documentary they have ever produced. And that's, again, cover the woman. I'm not saying don't. It's just, who the fuck cares? It's like Paris Hilton or any of the other celebs that people got obsessed with a while back. Cover better documentaries. Cover 3 Mile Island with, like, deep detail. Cover some of these actual things that have happened that are, like, deep and important. I don't give a shit about. And if you're gonna do an actual, like, documentary, I mean, the drama slop pig in me wants, hey, do a dramatic documentary then. Like, expose the shit out of it. Why was it that Melania decided to marry our giant pile of shit president? Was it because he basically greenlit her family coming over here, no questions asked? Was it just for the money? Did she just have an express love of the extremely elderly compared to herself? A grandpa fetish, if you will. I'm just curious to why. Oh yeah, the Taco Bell, Caroline Levitt. I ain't gonna knock that name. That name fucking works. Oh no, this part's kind of freaky because if... Oh, boo. Well, looks like it's time for us to run on back. Alright, while we take a nap, let's flip this phone and see what we got in. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, still one. You're okay. I like some campy shit, but I'm not gonna knock it. Hey y'all, if you get the chance, check out Voltaire. He's a slightly older dude now. Doesn't look it. Kind of looks like he's going through his Gotham villain phase, but he's rocking it unlike Jordan Peterson. And, yeah. If you get a chance, listen to him. He's pretty good. He has a whole little market. He's like one of the last goth musicians, but he is so camp and so nice. Hell, years ago I used to have a running thing because he would actually, if you paid him, and it was a decent amount, but he was still like, name me another artist you can just pay and feasible, you could come up with an amount of money. Like, I think it was like $3 grand or something, and he would come to whatever feature you had, so long as it wasn't like you wanted him to strip. So long as you were wanting him to sing his songs, like $3 grand I think it was, and he would come to your venue, to your house, to your birthday party. He might still have that. I haven't actually watched any of his lives or anything like that in quite some time. I think the last CD of his that I got was, oh god, it was a painfully long name, but I loved it. And I loved it because the music was also good. He's like, oh, what can I say? He's like Weird Al got a pair of trip pants and lost the accordion for a violin. He's a good singer. He did an album called Bitrexual, where it's Star Trek and Star Wars, making wildly passionate gay love between each other. And he did the last album or CD of his I had was riding a black unicorn down the side of an erupting volcano, drinking from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children. I am not shitting you. That was the title. Look it the fuck up. There are several good songs on that album. The other one I actually owned proudly for a long time. Lost it in the evacuation. But it was the Voltaire, the Devil's Bar Mitzvah. The 13 or 12-year-old anniversary of the Devil's Bris, which had my favorite bunch of songs of his from high school. I think it's called Being Human, and Innocent, which made me cry, because I was that goth kid that everyone thought was a monster, and yeah, I was sometimes, but it wasn't because I wanted to be, it was a survival. Either way, his song touched both my funny bone and my heart. And if you're into weirdish music, check him out. He's a really good singer with a lot of heart, and while I haven't kept up with him with, like, political takes and all that, I can tell you he's a singer that puts his whole self into the things. I mean, he leaves nothing behind. He puts it all on the stage. He keeps nothing for himself, so to speak, as an artist. You might recognize him if you're a fan of popular early aughts entertainment, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. He played the meteorite alien that he was actually the entire musical episode, where the meteor crashes down to Earth. That's one of his more popular songs, Brains. The storyline is Billy makes friends with the alien. He feeds all the Townsville people's brains to the alien. And the last one he gets is Mandy, and when the meteor eats her brain, she becomes the meteor. But outside of that, he also... he's done a lot. Like I said, I think the man might be in his 60s or 70s by now, but he's not a major famous musician, but I also think that's kind of why I think that his Devil's Bris album is just as good as the riding a black unicorn down the side of an erupting volcano, drinking from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children. I think his first album is just as good as his most current album. And better. While he improves on his skills, he doesn't lose it. But he is very, very camp. And if you're not a fan of camp, well, you probably won't like him. But he is fun. But yeah, y'all, his video popped up and I thought about clicking on it, but I thought it's been so long it would definitely be a distraction. And honestly, I checked out of watching his mains back when he started, when he started doing the Gothic home decorating guide. Not because it wasn't good, it was a good home guide on how to, like, decorate your home to make it go from Midwestern to Wednesday Addams. But at the same time, even on a budget, I can't afford it. It's sort of like the show Oddities. I loved it back in the day, but if it came out today, I'd probably be very bored watching it, because part of the fun of Oddities for me was the thought that one day I would have the money to travel to San Francisco or wherever the oddity shop was, and to actually purchase something. To go get a cat mummy, or to go get a skeleton that's been wired up to where it's in a standing pose, taxidermied, if you will, but not taxidermy because it's called something else. That was part of the fun of the show, was the hope that maybe one day, I mean, now I know I'm probably not even going to get to go on the AT hike. Now let's be clear, y'all, that makes me sad to think about, but it's like, it is what it is. I mean, also sad fact, y'all, I'm not going to get to go visit Mars or the moon or space at all. It is what it is. It makes me sad, but oh well. Way I figured, if you count up the mileage of me walking back and forth to work every day, which keeps me in the top 8% of the world according to this Android app, I basically walk the AT, I just don't get the fun of it. And my name won't go down in that record book. Which is sad, but I mean, how much longer are they going to keep the record book if the Conservancy goes away because we're letting rich jackasses smash and grab our entire fucking country? So, I mean, a little dark, a little depressing, but facts be what they are, you know? Hey, in exchange for not getting to put my name down on a record or spread mama's ashes at the top of America, I get to take care of animals. And I have made their lives a great deal better, and while that sounds a bit like a cope, it's a fair trade. I mean, just look at your baby here in my lap, sleeping and a purring. That's it, I hate it, but it's facts. We were sold on an America that was a lie, and every day we have to do our best to deconstruct that just a little bit, and to figure out what we're going to do, to make do or to move on with it, just a little bit. And yeah, like yesterday when whatever the fuck his name was, the new hire, was getting on my nerves because I'm weird, y'all. You can insult me a lot, and I'll possibly get frustrated. I'll do the classic 1930s cartoon, well, you, what for, why oughta. I might, you know, I might get animated. But, I mean, unless you strike a chord on something, oh, it's a baby fox. Unless you strike a chord on something that actually fucking, like, pisses me off or hurts my feelings, like my mom's suicide, something like that, I typically am pretty easygoing, fair to middling. But when you pick on people around me, especially for shit they can't control, brah, that, it takes a great deal for me not to revert to my old self and try to make your bitch ass cry every day. Because I know, as someone that studies brain stuff, if you spend your entire day making fun of people for either their disabilities or disfigurements, or just the unique way they look, yeah, bro, you're a weak-ass bitch. Fuck you. That tells me you got nothing going on upstairs and you're actually afraid of anyone noticing that. But then again, I also don't pick on your bitch ass half the time because I consider it shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, for real though. Dude constantly walks up, well, bro, do you even lift? Bro, do you? You look like a Pillsbury Doughboy got deflated in the middle. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, the man's got a rat face. Let's be clear. He kind of looks like that one fellow from Rescue Me, and he's a good comedian. He's a good comedian, y'all. He's the meme of the guy. You sure about that? You sure about that? That guy, the New Yorker? Yeah, motherfucker looks like him, but if he was fat. And like if he had no skill. Like if instead of taking in all this New York rage and putting it into something funny, or the hey, I'm walking here guy, instead of doing that, if he just went with the low ball and made fun of people for the way they look. All the time, you know, looking like the dumpiest of the Pillsburies. It's... Because again, it's also not like a healthy fat. Like, let's be clear. Sorry, fellas, I don't want to be mean, but I do work with some overweight, huskier folks. And I'm not knocking that. You carry yourselves well. You don't, like, You can be fat and healthy, but that's a hot take. You can be slightly overweight or rotundant or husky and still be healthy. Look at most power lifters. Do you think... Oh, fuck, I realize who I'm talking to if I'm talking to most Americans. Hercules wasn't stacked like fucking... He wasn't a twink. I feel like whenever you talk about people being fit, Americans think, oh, it's either a twink or it's Arnold from his heyday. It's... No. If you're a power lifter and you're like lifting the weight of fucking cars, think the Mountain from Game of Thrones. You're not built like a twink. You're not built with like... Hell, some of those people aren't even built with like muscle groups that I can define. It's just slabs. But do you want to go fuck with Sir Gregor Clegane? I mean, the man who powerlifts could crush my arms. He could pop my legs like water balloons if he just got a good grip on them. So, come on. I'm just saying, don't make fun of people for how they look. As someone in Hannah's chat that I wish I could credit with this said, and if you come out in my chat and claim it, I'll give credit where credit's due. This isn't mine, but I fell in love with it, so I started using it. It was in chat like a couple years back. But, man, don't make fun of people for things they can't control. Make fun of them for their life choices and the way they look sometimes. Their makeup design, their haircuts of choice. Make fun of people for things they can control and choices they make. Don't make fun of them for birth defects or for, you know, the way they look, the way they are. I'm not going to make fun of someone for being gay just because they're gay. Now, if you're stupid, I might make fun of you for being stupid. But there's a clear difference in things, you know? Stupidity is a choice. Ignorance is a state of being. I am ignorant of the trade wars going on currently in Tibet. I am ignorant of whatever wars are currently taking place in the Jamaican Islands. Ignorance is a state of being. I can correct that state of being any time by reading, researching, looking into things. Now, granted, because the way my broken brain works, if I look too far into one thing, I lose pieces of another. But I think that's just how brains work sometimes. And for anyone who, well, that's not true. Okay, quote from me, Macbeth. Don't look it up. Quote it. You read Macbeth in high school. We all read Macbeth in high school. Hell, Beowulf. Quote from me the third scene in Beowulf. Beowulf was popular. It was one of the first animation things they turned into an actual, like, movie. Had Angelina Jolie in it and everything. Come on, quote for me. You toss out information that's not prevalent to what you're doing for information that is. It's just how our brains work. If we didn't do that, then eventually we would hit a point where, well, that's all you can store. But we're not like that. It's the same reason I get so pissed off when I hear Republicans go on and fucking think it's a win with, well, we learned in elementary school sex and gender are the same thing. You either got a penis or a vagoo, that's it. It's either vagina or peener, that's all. Yeah, and all math is just addition or subtraction, right? That's the math. Fuck finding X, fuck problem solving, just the math. It's just addition, subtraction. No need for that fancy multiplication, which also might just be a decimal point there or a dot in between them to signify to multiply. No, that multiplication don't exist. I don't believe in multiplication, chat. Embrace tradition, chat. Come on, what do you mean multiplication? What's this devilry? No. Addition, subtraction. If you really need something, you take some dirt or some mud, you make some clay, you take your stick, and you mark on your tablet. What the fuck is wrong with you? We had the perfect amount of technology between 10 and 12,000 years ago. Of course, I'm being hyperbolic, because humans didn't exist in our current form back then. But, y'all get my point, right? I get frustrated with the laziness. Also, I gotta get food for me and the boy. Yeah. And as we broach on day 160 and sweet little baby. Aw, sweet young Nobby baby. Rending the flesh on my arm.
I was planning on it, and then I found out stone crabs are illegal to buy themselves. Because, you know, with the stone crabs, you take off their claws, so I wanted to have a bunch of, like, crabs that I could, like, use their claws and, like, still be friends with them. Like, because you can have any claws and, like, have fun. You can farm
Ah, baby. Sweet little Nova just like pulled down my shirt with one paw, stuck her other paw up there and just dug into the flesh. I don't know why, y'all. I take it's because that's a part of me that doesn't get burnt frequently. But like directly underneath my chin, my neck meets. And that little space there that's not quite your pecs, but not quite your neck anymore, that muscle group, yeah, that little spot still got a bit of feeling to it for me. So when the kitten decides to just reach up and stab the shit out of it, it makes me go, whoa. I don't like it. Not a fan. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Stabby, no stabbing. Like I said, I'm having trouble here, y'all, because it's like, I kind of want to build a whole ass village hookup thing here. But I also want to, like, I don't know, build one whole castle. I want to do one whole thing. Trying real hard not to push the dog off the little tower thing we're building here. Because it's still kind of dangerous. And now we have to run. Well, I could possibly jump down off of here and hit the water, but if I miss, I'm dead. And plus, once I hit the stair portion, the cat just slapped me in the face with their tail. They love me so much. Okay, day 160, and we will stop it here for now. And we're probably going to swap over to Saints Row, and we're going to finish up those loyalty missions. Or if y'all want, I mean, we could just go ahead and beat the game we're sitting on. We do Keymaster, then we do Escaping, and then we're done. After that, we do Get Out of Hell, which is its own extensive thing. It's a musical one, so it's probably a great deal shorter than the two mains. Hell's a lot smaller than Steelport. But, y'all, let's be clear, Get Out of Hell has a lot of, like, trickier challenges to meet. And flying is not, well, I'll show y'all when we get there. There's a couple musical episodes already on here from when I was first learning. So, please don't judge me, they will get better. I'm hoping these are getting better. Also, I hope y'all enjoyed the view from the top of that tower, because it's going to be a bit before we go back. But I kind of did get, well, fuck it, let's go back. Right. Well, no, that's a bad idea. I don't like starting up on top of high objects unless I have good, steady ways back down. Gathered grass just then? I certainly hope not. Oh. So, why have the Drowns suddenly just stopped being so aggressive? Because I'm like, I'm not going to go at them if they don't come at me, but what about 160 days has made them not aggressive? Because eventually I'll have to go after him again when I have to, like, get my dogs food. But until I have to feed the dog, if they're not going to come at me, I'll leave them the hell alone. It's a weird kind of peace we got, and I like it, but why? Okay, Minecraft, why? Why do you make it annoying to do that? Of all the things you fixed, the things you leave in are weird. Hey y'all, guess what? Now I'd be officially leaving for work. If I had to work today. Oh. Okay, Minecraft. Tell me what the fuck is going on here, because I got awkward feelings, not aggressive ones. Is it the blue beard? Is it the plant? Why isn't this thing trying to kill me? Not that I want you to try to kill me. Let's be friends. But why? Is it just because I've been letting you stay in my little boats? I'll give you more boats if it keeps you from attacking me. I mean, shit, I'll happily make peace with the dead. Fuck it. It's a lot easier than fighting them. I'm very confused. Anyway. My question is, can I put a tree in there? And will it still look tree-like? Oh, it is. It's like a teeny tiny bonsai almost. I dig that. I'm gonna put one in here. Nope, can't put it in there. Put it in here though. Alright, we still got daylight, so I can't do my typical go into bed bit. But we can start here for now, I guess. Y'all have you a good day, and stop on by for the Saints Row stream. I'll stop in a little bit, probably around about 10 o'clock-esque. David's supposed to be heading out to do his laundry at the laundromat with Jimmy, so I'm probably going to do some house cleaning while he's out with them. And then I'll be back to do more streaming after that. Y'all be good, take care, and we will see y'all here in a little bit for Saints Row. Nah, we managed to do that. Now we on day 161. Y'all be good. Bye for now.